So at Splash Damage, we've been building games that have combat roles for about 10 years now, and we've really got those refined with Brink.
Then let's do this!
Brink features 4 combat roles. You have the soldier, who's the all-out assault class. He carries a number of different grenades, gets like Kevlar armor, gets heavy explosive charges, satchel charges, those kinds of crazy things that lets him just be this real destruction force. You could play operative, which is the stealthy, sneaky guy. Disguise yourself as the enemy.
Attempting disguise. Disguise successful.
Sneak around behind enemy lines, capturing command posts and generally causing mischief. You could play as an engineer. You know, as an engineer in that kind of supporting role, you can be deploying defense turrets, planting landmines, capturing command posts, constructing and repairing objectives on the battlefield to help your team move forward. And finally, we have the medic. And the medic is really all about supporting your teammates and being the kind of hero on the battlefield.
Here's a revive syringe!
Throwing syringes out to people so they can revive themselves. We wanted AI in the game that could function autonomously. If you left the game, they would just fight each other and carry on playing for hours and hours. So if you're playing without an internet connection at home, just on your own in what you'd call traditional single player, you still have that kind of rewarding, big, arcing narrative with cinematics for both the security and the resistance, depending on which faction that you're fighting for. But the AI that you're playing against is essentially playing like the people you're going to play against and with when you play co-op or versus later. And as you're leveling up, the AI will start to use those same abilities. So by about level 3, you'll start getting flashbanged by the AI before they run into a room. You can have up to 7 friends join you in co-op at any time with full drop in and out support. If they leave, AI will just fall back in behind and make sure the team gets filled out again. And you could play through the whole story campaign, continuously alternating between playing on your own, playing invite only, playing with friends, playing cooperatively, or playing versus, and then back to single player as you choose at any time you like. One of the things we've developed for Brink that we're really proud of is this kind of advanced mission system. To the player, it's just a circular menu with a bunch of wedges and they pick the thing that they want to do. The top one is always the primary objective, the most important thing they could do right now, and there might be up to 6 other things that you could do as secondary objectives on the side. But what's really clever about this system is it takes into account your combat role on the battlefield, your location, the status of all of the objectives, what your teammates are doing, and which items and tools and gadgets you've brought with you that you've bought as part of your leveling up process.
On my way to our common foe!
When you're playing with AI, they use exactly the same mission system as humans. So when humans take a mission to revive you because you're incapacitated because somebody shot you in the chest, an AI uses the same mission to decide whether or not to come and revive you, or whether it's a higher priority to give health to the engineer who's trying to repair the crane at that moment. The AI and the humans use exactly the same mission system, and because of that, the sense of coordination and communication is exactly the same. We have context-sensitive automated communications. Literally all it means is, if you're a medic, you're going to hear people shouting for you. All of that communication is completely automatic and it's always contextual. Everything you hear in the game, whether it's from your teammates, from the enemy, or from the high command, is actually commentary real time on what's happening in that instant. So the idea behind challenges really were to find a way to kind of challenge players in interesting areas of the game's gameplay that are quite different from other shooters. One of these is called Parkour This, and it's an opportunity for players to demonstrate that they've mastered the SMART movement system. SMART stands for smooth movement across random terrain or rough terrain, and the idea behind it is really straightforward. Hold down a single button and jump and vault and leap and slide and mantle and climb, all contextually based on what you're looking at and what you're trying to accomplish. It's about challenging you to become better and better at using that SMART movement system. And what we found is that every journalist who did Parkour This then went back into a mission were all over the place, pulling off all kinds of cool moves and stuff, you know, sprinting out and sliding out from behind cover with their guns blazing and doing wall hops and getting to locations that they didn't realise would otherwise have been accessible. Brink's basically going to ship a week early. It's going to be coming out on the PlayStation 3, the PC, and the Xbox 360, and it's going to be May 10th in North America, the rest of the world on May 13th.